Good morning, everybody. My name is Jake Weiss. I'm the Director of Family Ministries here at St. Andrews, and I hope you're all doing well this morning. Last week, I talked a little bit about how sometimes I can look around at what's going on in the world, and I can get kind of overwhelmed and not really know what to do next or what to say, and how it can often be helpful to lean on words, prayers, and songs that have been passed down to us through our Christian tradition to help me in those times. And sometimes that feeling of being overwhelmed can go even farther into feeling kind of hopeless about the state of our world, to despairing, to feeling kind of pessimistic about the future. And in those times, I often genuinely don't know what I can do, how I can help in any way. And in those times, I have found the same thing that I talked about last week, where it's often through leaning on words that have been passed down to us through the Christian tradition that can help kind of break me out of those funks. And today I want to share with you a poem, some words that have often helped me when I've gotten into that headspace. What I'm going to read is called The People's Anthem by Ebenezer Elliott. It's a poem, but where I first encountered these words, and maybe where some of you might be familiar with these words, is as the lyrics to a song called Save the People from the musical Godspell. The words to that song are just lifted straight from this poem. So anyway, I'm going to read The People's Anthem by Ebenezer Elliott. It says, "When wilt thou save the people, O God of mercy? When? Not kings and lords, but nations, not thrones and crowns, but men. Flowers of thy heart, O God, are they. Let them not pass like weeds away, their heritage a sunless day. God, save the people. Shall crime bring crime forever, strength aiding still the strong? Is it thy will, O Father, that men shall toil for wrong? No, say thy mountains, no, say thy skies, man's clouded sun shall brightly rise, and songs be heard instead of sighs. God, save the people. When wilt thou save the people, O God of mercy? When? The people, Lord, the people, not thrones and crowns, but men. God, save the people, for thine they are, thy children as thy angels fair. Save them from bondage and despair. God, save the people." So, on one level, these words, this poem seems kind of unproductive, maybe, because really all this poem is doing is crying out to God and saying, "God, what are you doing? People are suffering, and when are you going to act to come save them?" And at first glance, that might not seem like the best thing for us to do. If it feels like, okay, instead of calling out and asking God to do something, you could just go and do something yourself. And that's valid to some degree, but like I said, there are times where I genuinely have no idea what I could possibly do to try and help anything. And the only thing I feel like I can do is to make this call out to God. What are you doing? When are you going to come save us? And asking that question, crying out like that, is often the thing that can break me out of my funk of hopelessness and allows me to see the next step forward, something that I can actually do. But if I didn't make this cry out to God and ask, what are you doing, then I might be more inclined to just sit back and disengage and fall farther into that hopelessness. So if you ever find yourself in that place of kind of despairing about the state of our world, genuinely not knowing what to do, how to be part of the solution, I would encourage you to be willing to be honest with God, to make that cry out to God. What are you doing? When are you going to save the people? And I think you'll find that making that cry out will often be the thing that can enable us to see the next step forward, to find the thing that we can actually do rather than just falling farther into hopelessness. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. Go in peace to love and serve the Lord.